Hi guys, it's Coach Jeff from Youth Football Online. I'm here with Coach Darius. He's going to hop on and do pretty cool presentation for us. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Coach.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Darius. I'm finna share with y'all. Got a little PowerPoint. Yeah, my name is Darius. I played football, college football at East Central Community College, and after that, that's a JUCO, and then I transferred to Belhaven. In high school, I played running back, and then when I got to college, I switched over to the defensive side. So while I was at EC, this basically started me coaching. I was majoring in accounting, and what happened was actually I started coaching people football. My little brothers, Nick and Phillip, they was playing, and my dad was actually coaching. And so while they was coaching them, he asked me, he was like, "Man, I'll do what I can." And man, when I started helping them, I realized like, man, I love doing this. Like I had more fun coaching them than I had playing at the time. So I was like, man, I think I'm gonna go into teaching and coaching. So after that, I coached at all three levels. Like I said, I started off with people football, and I really loved it. And then when I got out of college, I started coaching at Magnolia Junior High School. It's in Meridian, Mississippi. And so I started coaching junior high football, which is 7th and 8th grade, which was pretty cool. We went undefeated. We played for a championship, which was fun. Then while I coached people football, we won 2 championships. We won 2 championships, and we lost the third one. So we was going for a three-peat, and we actually lost the third one in overtime.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Nah, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So then I coached junior high football for 1 year, and then I was like, well, I want to coach high school football. That's my dream. So then I moved to Columbus, started working in Columbus, Mississippi, coached Columbus High School, coached under Randall Montgomery, and I coached defense first. I was coaching outside backers and safeties. And then after 2 years there, I got another job working at Caledonia High School, which was in the county, and I worked on both sides of the ball. Then we was a 4A school, so we coached both sides of the football. So I coached defense. I coached defense and offense, which basically now I currently work at Mendenhall High School. I've been the offensive coordinator and the strength and conditioning coach here for the past 2 years, which I believe coaching defense helped me become a better OC. Because after I started coaching defense, you start seeing how people want to attack you, how you want to attack offenses, how offenses attack you, what are weak points at the attack, and all that. So basically, that's how I got my coaching start. And man, it's been fun. It's going into my 7th year. This year will be my 7th year coaching. Nice. And so man, it's been a blessing. Me and my wife, she supports me and everything. So shout out to Crystal. Make sure I give a shout out to my wife. So,
there you go.
So other than that, though, man, it's been a blessing, though.
Very cool. Yeah, it's funny. That's how I got started too, coaching. I just coach youth football, but I started with my dad when I was playing high school football. I would come back from practice and I would go coach with him, and I'm like, man, this is more fun than playing. Actually, like I loved it. So, and then ever since that, I never stopped coaching. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, but man, so it's fun. Like I said, it's fun. It's all about relationships. It's fun with kids. It's fun seeing them grow.
Absolutely.
You see some of them, you start in 7th grade, and then by the time they get to 12th grade, you're like, God, I remember when you used to be such a little bad little kid, or you used to be so, so weak or something like that. Like we had a kid this coming year that's gonna sign with a JUCO, and man, we looked at his 9th grade picture like before he started working out and everything, and you can't even believe, like, you wouldn't even think that's the same person. So I mean, it's just fun seeing their growth as awesome. Kids and building their relationships with them. But the concept that I had shared on Facebook, that's the one I'll go over tonight. Cool. We call it, I call it our play action cross package. The first thing though that is the most important thing is selling the run action. Like the run action is key, hard play action, because that play action, it keeps the secondary flat-footed. And so now while your receivers are running, the secondary looking into the backfield because the run action. And so typically we categorize them into two categories. One of them, which I'll show y'all, one of them we usually like set up the shot, like we'll run the run version of the concept, like we'll run it, and then we'll sell it and run past them. And the other one we got is a sugar huddle. We'll get into a huddle and then we'll break out real fast. And then we'll typically snap the ball first count. We'll try to get up to the line. Usually how we do it is we'll get in the huddle, quarterback call the play. He'll let the receivers go get lined up first, and then he'll call the play again, and the linemen line up, and we'll snap the ball real quick, usually about 3 yards away from the football. So now when we get up to the line quick, we can really snap the ball, defense kind of, all out of sorts and everything. So we can snap it and then we can hit them over the top. But to us, it's a shot play. We're trying to stretch the field vertically. Like that's the one thing we're trying to do. Like it's a shot play. We usually run these type of plays when we get inside the other team's 50. When we get inside the other team's 50, we're trying to take a shot. We've been moving the ball. Now we're trying to take a shot. So usually on that, our quarterback, we thinking touchdown to check down. That's basically our biggest thing: touchdown to check down. So the first read is the deep post. Like you'll see, we always got a deep post. Well, we usually put our fastest receiver in the deep post because we want somebody to stretch the field vertically. So whenever our quarterback get done setting the run fake, his first read is the deep post. And so if we got the deep post, we're going to throw it. Then the next one is the deep over into the void. So then we'll have a deep over coming. We'll have a deep over coming into the void because if our receiver runs that deep post and everybody clears out with him, then usually the linebackers done stepped up. So it's a nice vertical void in that little seam, and we can throw it. And usually most of the time he wide open. And then if we don't like it, we'll come back to the check down, which we ain't checked it down yet. So we tell them check down, but we ain't checked it down yet. So we'll move on. I can show y'all some film of it. The first one y'all gonna see is we're gonna show you the hard fakes, like the plays we used to set it up. Like this in the game. And we got orbit motion right here. We run inside zone. We selling that run fake. This from the back view. So now we showing the defense that we're gonna get deep motion, hand the ball off. So now they see it. So now we done let them see like, hey, we go orbit motion, we're gonna hand the ball off. So now later on in the game, when we come back to that same formation, see, we still got the same. Oh, I'm sorry. We still have that same orbit motion right here. That's coming up. I'm sorry. It is right here. So now we get that same orbit motion. Pause it. So now the defense is thinking, hey, they finna run the inside zone again. So now we got that same orbit motion. So now we got people flat-footed looking into the backfield. So now, as you can see, our wide receiver on the far side, he's running the deep post, right? So now quarterback first read is the deep post. Well, they take off running with the deep post. Well, that creates that vertical void, as you can see right in here. If y'all can see the mouse, like you see all that open space is created for our tight end, which we put them as tight end. Now, the one thing that we do is usually when we run our shot plays, we try to put our receivers in tight. Tight to the line of scrimmage. We call it nasty. I know a lot of people use that terminology, nasty. We move them close. We try to move them close in because now they get lost in the shuffle. And then it makes it hard for defenses to be with motion, and then people tight. They mess up on their reads. Whereas if they was out wide, they typically know, hey, I got to run with that guy. So now we bring them in tight. And so now, like I said, that tight end is releasing. And so now you got people out here covering grass as the corner, and then you got the safety backing up. So now we get that hard fake, quarterback reading the post. So now we have that, as you can see, we got that deep vertical void. Like I said, it's coming open. But also right here, we got a high-low. So now if that linebacker was to chase that, we still can check it down to our running back, which, I mean, nobody's out there to cover him. So now our quarterback sees it. I mean, like you said, you can't get no wide open than that. Like catch it.
It's a great concept. I like it. You know what I like
So,
about it too? Not to cut you off. I'm sorry. What I like about it
oh no,
too
go ahead.
is, it's good. It's a great man-to-man beater, and it's a great zone beater too. Because say they're in cover three, and you got a run fake too. So if you run this on a rundown in distance, like you ran it there 1st and 10, or if it's 2nd and short or 3rd and short even or something, especially on the youth level, that's going to kill these teams. And I like the high-low option you have too, because in zone, if that corner, say they're in cover three, or if that, say an outside linebacker who has a flat or something doesn't get enough depth or bites on his drop, bites on the run, doesn't get deep enough in his drop, your high-low. That's how you beat the zone, right? You high-low it or flood it. So I love that it's pretty much could be any coverage, in my opinion, especially on a youth level. So
Oh yeah,
I like it a lot.
oh yeah, on the youth level, it's probably even work even better on the youth level because everybody just be flat footed. Or if they in man to man, they're just gonna take off deep anyway. Because most of the time, even in high school, kids have their eyes in the backfield. I mean, you can tell them all you want to not to have their eyes in the backfield. I coach defense. As soon as you tell them don't have their eyes in the backfield, after 2 plays or they think they know what's coming, they're gonna have their eyes in the backfield. So, like I said, it's just a good play to set them up. Like you show it to them. So now, like you see all their eyes in the backfield, everybody's eyes in the backfield. You pause it right there, which we got great protection from the offensive line. And like I said, you can see right now, like you see that dude running eyes in the backfield because they looking to the deep post. This linebacker don't even know that the tight end is coming behind him because he's looking his eyes in the backfield. Even this dude, he's trying to cover him, but his eyes are in the backfield. So now, like you said, like now, like nobody's left. That's a nice open void. Nice easy throw for the quarterback. So, I mean, we that was our first touchdown. That was the 2nd round of the playoffs in that game right there, and that got us going right there. So that was a good touchdown. And also, it's nice to play just for the tight ends because most teams don't cover the tight ends. Like
No, not on youth football, I believe.
So they get lost. They get lost a lot.
100%.
So right here, just showing you the run version of it. Like we call it return motion, and we basically run the triple option. So now, we show that that's a play that we run a lot. So now we're gonna show the return motion, and so now when teams get it on film, this going to the play action of it. So now when we get it on film or whatever, we go return motion again, show that same action. Like I said, we got the deep post, the corner leaves, and so now, as you can see, that void over there is like there's nobody left. Like he's over there by himself. It's a nice, easy throw. So them were just throws like I will show you again. So now, like when we get the motion right here, we showing inside zone, we faking it. So now this safety we close to the goal line, they're in man to man. So he's gonna take the crossing. But these guys, we gonna show return motion. So now they're gonna like pause. But they think we might be finna run option back that way. And they might think, and now the thing about the deep over is it kind of look like somebody going to crack a safety. So it might be like, oh, he going to block, because we do go in there and block the safety sometimes. So now it looks like he's going to crack the safety, whereas he's running the route. So you see like all their eyes are looking over here. And so now this corner, he's stuck because we don't show inside zone that way. So now, like I said, he's wide open. Like there's nobody left for him to see. Just showing you from the back right here. Same thing. We get the return motion. I mean, it wasn't even a great fake. So I mean, it's just a little PP fake. And you see everybody going out that way. Like I said, he was wide open. It wasn't nobody within 10 yards of. That's just the easy, and that's probably one of our best receivers. So I mean, for him to be wide open, he got lost somewhere. Like right here, this is another run we do. Or it's triple option. We go orbit motion, run the option, which we ran this in the earlier game, like I said. So when teams get film on us, they see that. Mm-hmm. So now we done ran that play and we scored off of it. So now we come back and do the same thing. We go orbit motion. We sell that run action. So now we got 2 deep posts going and the tight end coming across. And so now our quarterback throws to the deep post. I mean, our guy falls, but I mean, he catches, which I mean, that's a great play. We got 25, 30 yards on it. So showing you from the back view, we get the motion right here. So now pause it, everybody pausing because they don't know, they flat-footed, like I like to say, because they want to know what's going on. So now when we have that fake, as you can see, our quarterback really got two options because we got a double post, but he sees the safety is our receiver was running full speed and this safety is flat-footed. So now the safety is really beat because as you can see, the corner is down here because he came up for the fake. So if I can rewind it for you, I guess we go back to the tight view because the corner, let me pause by saying this because we're in a tight end closed formation. So the corner in high school, he's got a run gap to fill because he is the safety on that side. So now he has a gap to fill. So now what we do is we motion back there and we give him that fake. He's got to step up because he actually has a run fit because he's the tight end on that side. So if the tight end was to block down, he's got to come up outside and fill that alley and make the tackle because he's the quasi safety on that side. Or if the tight end was to block out, he got to fill into that hole to make the tackle. So now when we get that fake, you see the corner, he steps up and he's flat-footed. So now the safety really has no help this way. And, I like all our receivers on safeties because safeties, they're not covering like that. If they could cover that way, they'll be a corner. They wouldn't be a safety. So now our wide receiver outruns him over there, and our quarterback throws a pretty good ball. And as you can see, if I rewind it, like I said, our quarterback really had two. Like if he didn't like the deep post, because we cleared it out, if he didn't like the deep post, as you can, went back too far. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I do like this a lot.
Yeah, so now, right here, let me pause it when I get to that point. Like, as you can see right here, like, if our quarterback didn't like the deep post, he still got the tight end coming wide open because this dude is coming up. We still got the high-low.
Yeah.
Like, we did our different formations, so we still got the high-low. So now, if our safety, if our quarterback didn't like the deep post, he still can come over here and throw the tight end void, and it'll be wide open because, like I said, we got the high-low on this dude. And if he was to go back, then you still got the check down.
If he gets depth on the drop, gets kind of underneath that, you could just check it down to your athlete in space. So it's really,
athlete in space. And then
how much
as you can see right here, this corner right here, like he looking back, he like, oh crap, like
yep.
I'm supposed to be back there helping, but like I said, man, that was one of our 10th grade wide receivers. He one of our athletes that can run, like he really can stretch the field. So like I said, you want your fast receivers back there because right now, if you look like that safety, he was already beat. But as you can see, like that dude's coming wide open also. Like I said, he tried to catch up. So that's just a play. That's a play that we like. So right here, so them are the hard fakes. Right here, what I'm finna show y'all now is when we come out the sugar huddle. So like it don't show us coming out the sugar huddle, but we coming out the sugar huddle. Like we're trying to get lined up very, very quick. This was our first district game. Matter of fact, it was probably for the district championship, our first district game. We won. We actually ended up winning district this year. Nice. We on a 7 game. I think we on a 7 game winning streak in district right now. But this was the first game. This was after a turnover actually. Like we caught an interception and we was winning 28-21 at the time. And just one of them times where you just like, I want to we don't need to play around. Let's just go ahead and try to put the game out of reach. At least go about 2 scores and make this a game where they got to actually like play catch up, where they're feeling uncomfortable. So right here we go sugar huddle, and usually when we go sugar huddle, we like to fake some type of reverse out of it. We usually like to go real fast up to the huddle and then give a whole bunch of action in the backfield to make guys really be flat-footed. So right here, what we gonna do is, like I told y'all, we like to be in close. Usually when we take shot plays, we like to bring our receivers in close because they get lost in the mix. So right here, we're gonna fake our running back is gonna fake inside zone. Now back wide receiver that's stacked right here, he's gonna fake the reverse. The receiver that's in front of him has got the deep post. and then the receiver on the other side, he's got the deep over into the void. So right now, as you can see, like right now we fake it. So now, as you can see, we got a safety. Back to the top. So now, as we're giving these fakes, as you can see, so now our faster receiver is stretching the field. So they take off with him. But as you can see, with all this action, this corner, he becomes flat-footed.
Mm-hmm.
So now, as this safety is climbing over there for the post, because he's gonna take all three of them guys right there. So now, as this safety is climbing over the top for him, we get a nice vertical void. As you can see, that receiver going into that void over here. Our quarterback looks, like I said, his first read is the deep post. Like I said, if he didn't like none of it, our running back, our dude that we fake the reverse to, he's stretching to the sideline, so he can always check it down to him. But the safety is running deep. He didn't, so he sees that. Like I said, I'll pause it. Like right now, as you can see, we cleared the void. There's nobody within the closest dude 6 yards to him. So we cleared the void. Like I said, that was a touchdown. That was a one play strike touchdown. So like I said, we go sugar huddle, we go real fast. We usually like to fake some type of reverse. And sometimes we run the reverse just to keep people honest. Like sometimes we'll run that play and hand the ball off to the dude coming in the reverse. So we usually in the sugar huddle, we have about 4 or 5 plays that we can run out of the sugar huddle, but we like to take our shots out of it because normally they trying to get lined up. They got the receivers in tight. So, you know, in high school, and which in all levels, people have trouble communicating on defense. They don't 100%. Like to talk. They don't like to talk. They like to just assume somebody knows what's going on. So, like right here, like I said, our wide receivers, he's running the deep post, you know, and they backing up, but this dude stops because he's looking into the backfield trying to see what's going on. So as he's looking into the backfield, like I said, that creates that nice void. And I mean, he's wide open. He's wide open for a touchdown. So, you know, it gets no better than that. It's actually the same play. This was not this year, but this was last year in the 3rd round of the playoffs. We go sugar huddle again. We fake the reverse. So as you can see now, it's the same concept, but the corner is our quarterback. Well, he's gonna get some pressure, so he actually get flushed. But this dude is running, like he's running deep. So now, as he's clearing out and everybody takes off from him, you can see our wide receiver right here is coming into that nice void, wide open. Mm-hmm. So I mean, eventually we get it to him, but that's just a nice 15-yard gain. We got some pressure. We got some pressure. Our H lined up in the wrong spot this time, but usually, like I said, we like to run our H. We like to be over here, and then we'll slide protect. We will slide protect this way because the quarterback faking, he can see what's kind of going on. We can help out this edge. So usually we'll slide away from it. But yeah, that's how we that deep post. Like I said, the quarterback don't like it. Usually we have somebody sitting in that void wide. I mean, you know, wide open, and you know, I mean, you know, it gets no better than that.
It's a nice concept for sure. I mean, I've been looking into adding some kind of mesh or crossing concept to what we do. You know, it's got to add another passing concept. I'm trying to figure out how I want to use it out of what we do. But we're very compressed as well with our formations. We're compressed pretty much 80% of the time. We're shotgun wing T. We run gun T, but we're very compressed. And we like compressing. We just do it in multiple formations and personnel grouping. Same couple plays, multiple formations. But I like them. I like how it's compressed because one, you know, it forces the defense to kind of tell you what they're in too. You kind of tell if they're in zone or man. And then if they're in man, they're either going to have to be right up. And it also compressing gives our kids like a 3-way go. We could go straight up, maybe outside release go vertical, inside release go vertical. We could run out. We could break in. So it makes them defend the whole width and, you know, and even down the field. So I like it for a variety of reasons. That's why we're so compressed all the time in everything we do. And then after watching this, man, we got to do more sugar huddle. We have it, but we only ran 2 plays out of it. We kind of have like a direct snap. We'll do a sugar huddle to our best player, and we'll just kind of, it's like single wing type stuff, direct snap, boom, downhill. But yeah, if you come out fast, do a run play, and they come out fast, and this is for youth. I'm sure it works on your level as well. But come out fast and then do a pass. I mean, they're not going to get a line. The kids aren't even going to be line. We need to do more sugar huddle, and this kind of woke me up to that. That we need.
Oh
to do
yeah,
more.
man. For youth football, I'm pretty sure you could score a touchdown if you execute it right every time. Especially like I said, you come up and snap the ball on the first count. Because like I said, I coach Pee Wee, and I know you got kids. You trying to tell them where to go. They looking around because they're like, hold on, what's going on? And by the time you snap it and you running past people, like I said, you'll get kids wide open because we do on this level. And, we supposed to have time to game plan. And we still run past people and everything. And we send like 3 films to each other throughout the week. We exchange film, we break it down, all that. But at the end of the day, kids are going to be kids at the end of the day, especially with y'all coaching younger kids than we do. And we coach 15 to 18-year-olds, and Lord knows you can try to beat it into their brain, but when it push comes to shove, sometimes they just especially when it gets going fast. So, but right here, this is another sugar huddle that we do, and we're gonna fake the reverse again, and it's the same concept. We got a deep over. Let me go back because I don't want to get ahead of myself. This guy right here that I got the arrow on, he's going to bubble. So he's going to be the check down this side. So we're going to fake zone this way and fake the reverse that way. And this guy end up being the check down guy. That guy come off the end and help us block. This guy on this side, he's got the deep post, and this guy got the over into the void. And this was probably the first time we ran this last year. Like this was my first year as the OC here, and this is the first time we ever ran it. And so right here, as you can see, I know it's a little far off, but we got the deep over and the deep post. As you can see, this safety that I got the arrow on, he still don't realize that this dude from the run behind him because he's looking at the deep over. Because that's where he got his eyes on. And the linebackers and everything, they got their eyes up here. So we end up running right past the safety. Like you can see the safety, we're right beside the safety, and he's still looking at the deep over. So by the time he realized what's going on, like we're behind him for a touchdown. Like, so that was one of the plays I let it all run through on this one. Like I said, just watch the safety. Like we run past him. He still don't realize we done ran past him until it's a touch to the ball is thrown. And this play, we ran this play. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was like 3rd and 16 when we ran this. So I mean, like we ran that on 3rd. It was 3rd and 16. It was 3rd and 5. It was 3rd and a mile. I know. It was 3rd and long. And like I said, even with all them fakes and everything, they know you probably ain't gonna run the ball. Like they still stand flat-footed because they watching the ball, and there's so many fakes going on. And like I said, you get their head in the wrong spot one time, the quarterback make the right read. Like I said, that safety, he was back there in the window. He still don't realize that the dude done ran past him because he was just looking at the dude the deep over. So now that's a touchdown. And that was to a freshman wide receiver. He just running. Oh, wow. He was running down the field, just happy go lucky. Now right here, it's the same concept. This is the first round of the playoffs this year. And so, like I said, we fake zone, fake reverse. So now, as you can see when I pause, everybody's eyes is in the backfield. Like his eye, he's going with the check down just because he saw the dude bubble. But look at the corner, eyes in the backfield. The safety, eyes in the backfield. The corner, eyes in the backfield. Linebackers, eyes in the backfield. And so, as you can see, all 2 wide receivers, they're running right past each other. And, like, the secondary has no clue because they're still looking in the backfield. Like, right now, you pause it, all 2 wide receivers are the deepest people on the field. Yeah. And so, I mean, we ended up being a goof. We dropped it, but
it happens, it's kids.
It happens. But this was after a turnover too. So as you can see, like I said, we slide the line, we fake without as you can see, the fake was pretty good because they got a defensive lineman. As you can see, he gonna come and try to tackle our running back that ain't even got the ball. If you look down here, he got free and took off running. Took off running towards the running back. So I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was a great run fake by that kid.
So I mean, that was, like I said, the key to it though is just a hard run fake. Like you just gotta sell it. You gotta make them think like, hey, we're really getting ready to run the football. Like you said, especially on first down, second and short, when we get across the 50, and like we can really sell that run fake. Especially what we like to do is like this dude that you said that had a great run fake, number 2, like he's probably one of the most dynamic playmakers. So we put somebody that the defense can think like, hey, he's really finna get the ball, because by that time, I want to say this game, I think number 2 probably had over 100 yard rushing and receiving. So like he's just one of them dynamic weapons. So you always want to put somebody there when you faking somebody that the defense, when he takes off, that they're like, oh snap, like he probably gonna get the ball. Like even the coaches, you want them to be like, the other coaches be like, hey, watch number 2 or watch whoever it is, because he might can get it. So normally, like I said, we try to put our fastest receiver on the deep post, and then we try to put somebody who's good enough to where the coaches be like, hey, they're trying to get him the ball. You know, sometimes you do gotta hand it off to him just to say, oh, they will give it. But for the most part, like I said, just a good fake. And he's really good about it. Like he had a good fake, like I said. And as you can see, the safety, the middle safety right here, if you watch him after the fake, the middle safety, he goes down there and chases. Like we running right past him.
That's a hell of a fake.
He going down there to chase it. I can show you from the back view. 23, he's the middle safety. So as you can see, they all just got their eyes in the backfield. Yeah. So, you know, looking from the back view. So now showing you from the defensive side, like they can't see. They just see a whole bunch of, they still a sugar huddle and a whole bunch of movement. So now, like I said, when we fake it, and then our quarterback does a good job of looking in that direction. So now, like, you know, like 23 looking at our wide receiver, and they running right past him, and he's still running over there trying to chase the ball. So everybody's eyes are in the backfield. So now, as you can tell, like, well, you see our 2 wide receivers, they the deepest 2 people on the field. Like, we really could have chose either one of them, like, because you see the corner, like, he could have chose either one of them to throw the football to. Like, they was actually so open that the deep post guy went up under the deep over guy. So it's just how one of them things that worked out. Like I said, we ain't catch it, but I mean that dude done made plenty of plays before. So
yeah, and I mean I like it. Oh no, go ahead. Oh no, I was just saying I like it that too. Like you're kind of going across, like the action's going this way. And even if like, and this is more so what I see on the youth level, and what I have a problem because I coach our defensive. I'm the offense coordinator, but I coach our defensive backs on defense, and we're cover 3. Like that's what we do. And a lot of problems. One is kids will get caught looking at backfield action, you know, or 2, they don't understand that any eligible receiver is a threat to your zone. So just because there's a eligible receiver to one side doesn't mean he can't cross into your deep third, you know, from the other side. So a lot of times, you know, I like the fact that the action goes that way, and the kid that's supposed to have that third away will come up or won't get enough depth to match the deepest vertical route, and then you go right over the top of them. So I like that a lot too, kind of coming for youth football, coming back away from the action, because these kids are going to see whatever way your quarterback or the running back opens, that's the way the defense is going to open on a youth level. They're just going to go, you know? So it's like something coming across would be really big for us.
Oh yeah, I think that'll be big time. Like I said, like I coach people football, and I just know how kids are. Which like I said, even junior high, high school, like you get them if you can show action one way and then come back and throw it the other way. They always are looking like, oh snap! I didn't even know that dude could come over here. Like, so I believe, like I said, this would be a great concept, especially for youth football. Like I believe you'll have kids running wide open.
Like I said, I was looking into a lot of different types of like crossing concepts and stuff, kind of real good man-to-man beaters to let me utilize some of my athletes. I do have a couple good athletes coming back this year. And I catch the ball. We got a good quarterback. Pass protection is actually fantastic too the last year or two. So, you know, this is what stood out to me. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, this is it. I like this one. You know, it's gonna formation-wise, it'll be a little different. I think we're thinking more like how you have return motion. We're basically, we do a lot of jet stuff, a lot of jet sweeps. A lot of our plays in our gun tee are based off jet series. It's jet sweep or a play off of it. So what we get a lot, especially by the 2 teams that are, it's kind of like 3 really good teams in this league. The rest are just the rest. Not that my league isn't competitive, but it's us and 2 other teams that are kind of like the big fish in the pond.
Right.
And so many times they roll to my motion side. They'll roll their secondary. Basically, safety will fill the alley. The corner will either stay and they'll kind of play like almost like a cover 2. Sometimes that corner creeps up too, and then that back corner will replace the middle. A lot of times he doesn't. So I'm thinking that post off jet sweep action coming back away, because if we fake motion to the left, that safety is going to roll down to their right, and then we bang it back. We could catch basically the middle of the field open. They'll take advantage of them rolling down to our motion.
Oh, yeah, you'll run right past that roll down safety.
Yeah, we get that a lot from the good teams. That's how they kind of played us. So this is a nice counter to that. Our post wheel beats that too. Kind of just run jet sweep, puts that outside linebacker in conflict. If he's in man, he's got to run with the wheel from our slot. If he's playing zone or flat, or he's got to come. When you got jet motion coming at you, you need your outside linebackers to defend it. So it's kind of like if he's not aggressively playing jet, and they're in man coverage 90% of the time, if they're not aggressively playing jet, then we'll just keep running jet. He's got to come up and force. And if they sit back, we'll just keep running jet. If he comes up, we'll run the wheel and we'll lose him. So, but yeah, we need it.
That's perfect concept. We scored. We played a 6A team the first game of the year this year. We went 80 yards on that concept. Fake the jet and throw the running back wheel behind it. We faked the jet. And
our best 1-2 punch, jet sweep and post wheel, especially on first down. Yeah, that's a great concept. That got us out of plenty of jams in the past 2 years. That concept right there, I love it. I know. Well, y'all using that, you on the right track, because that's, like I said, in cover 3, that's pretty much unstoppable, especially for that flat defender. Yeah,
especially like if y'all actually run jet, like we score off of it, and we barely even run jet. Like we might run jet 3 times a year, and people still bite up on jet for us. And y'all running jet.
We run it a lot. They're selling out to it.
I know they selling out to it. They're just a PP fake and throw it right over the head. So
yeah, it's nice because it's good against zone too. Because like you said, being a defensive coordinator, it kind of helps you being an offensive coordinator too. Like for me, from a defensive standpoint in our cover 3, I've been a defensive coordinator a lot. Only the last 3 years have I been OC. But in our cover 3, I'm fairly confident my kids are coached up enough. We'll pass the post to the middle safety, and we'll take the wheel in our third. But that jet motion guy gives us kind of that high-low option too. We're run faking to them. So like the flat defender that's supposed to come up, so we have kind of it's a 3-option play. We look post wheel and then to check down, and then if anything we could run too. So it's kind of like the jet motion and at a compressed formation. When you run post wheel out of something like this, it's compressed, so you kind of got plenty of space to wheel to the outside. And even if it's man, I've seen, and they'll turn their back to the ball. Like if you're outside releasing on a wheel and they follow you, they'll turn their back to the ball, the one receiver, when he's outside releasing on the wheel, and then he has problems tracking the ball. So that's another one of many reasons why I love compressed formation, because outside release against man, they're going to turn their back. So you got fades, you got wheels. Make these 12-year-old kids try to track the ball. It's hard.
That's a hard thing to do, because it's hard for high school. I see college level and NFL DBs have trouble turning around, locating the ball. So it's just hard. You got to be a special athlete to play corner.
Yeah, we will be installing this. I'll send you some of our spring film. So we have like our 7-on-7s, and we're gonna start installing this.
Man, that would be nice. Because this the last clip actually. This is actually in the South State game we played in last year. And this team that we're playing right now, I think they've been to the stage. They won South State like 3 or 4 times in a row.
Oh wow!
And I mean, even them. This is after a quarter. Like this is like the beginning of the second quarter. Same thing. We running hurricane. We fake it. We got the check down. We got the check down. We got the deep overcoming, and we got the post. And like I said, all their eyes into the backfield. So now, as you'll see, right now, we don't complete it, but I mean, as you can see, I mean, he's wide open. I mean, it's an execution. Like we barely overthrew him, but it's a wet game. But at the same time, the proof is in the concept. Like you fake it here, everybody eyes in the backfield, everybody's flat-footed. And, we run right past them. Like, as you can see, all our receivers were open by like 5-6 yards. So now, like, that's a concept that we use throughout the year, just when we want to take a shot, because it's one of that post deep over. Like, we call it cross just because it's easier just to say cross because we are crossing at a point. But the biggest thing for us is just the hard run fake. Like, whatever, because you can do it, which, you say y'all run wing T, or even if you run I formation or whatever the case, whatever you might run. Like, I know in high school, we ran the T formation when we did it. So, like, whatever you wanna run, the biggest thing is, like, you just want to know, like, what formation can I get a hard run fake to really make people be flat-footed. And then, like I said, just get people, you want your fastest receiver to run that post because you want somebody to really stretch the field vertically, because now either he's going to be wide open for a touchdown or everybody's going to take off with it because they not want him to score. And like I said, you just have that dude that's coming across the middle of the field, going into that void. Usually he wide open. Like, normally he wide open, like, all the time.
Yeah, and even if you don't complete it, it's in their mind. Like, that's something I need to do more too, is taking more shots on first down. Because you know what? Maybe we don't complete it, we drop it. Maybe even mess up with pass protection, bad throw, whatever. The kids. It's hard to complete a pass on our level. But it puts it in their mind. Maybe they're not as aggressive with their run fits on the next first down. So, like, it's not just use the run to set up the pass. Sometimes taking these shots, and when it's wide open, the coach can say, hey, watch that. So I think, like, you could pass to set up your run too. So I think it works both ways. And that's what I need to do a little bit better job of taking shots on run down and distances, as well as, mixing it up. So, I like the concept a lot. I think it'll be good for us. Do it a couple different ways too. It's got like 3 formations we use. I feel like we could do it out of all 3, or at least 2 of them. So.
Oh yeah, man. Just because the main thing is we try to take about 4 shots a game. I guess 1 each quarter. We try to take 4 shots a game just to, like you said, if anything, back them up. If anything, they're gonna back up, or we complete the pass. But the main thing is just to let them know, the players and the coach on the defense coordinator on the side, like, hey, we will try to go over top of you if we can. Like, we're gonna try. So don't just think you can load up the box and try
load up on first down and play aggressive.
Which really on first down probably the best time to pass, because most people 100%. Are basic. Most of them are basic on first down. Most of the defense coordinators I have talked to, third down is their money down. That's where they want to make their money at, where they can draw up their blitzes and they can come from anywhere and anywhere on the planet. But on first and second down, normally if it's a standard down, they play kind of vanilla, or they kind of be predictable. They might do a little run blitz here and there. But most of the time you probably know they're gonna come out in their base coverage, base defense, and you can kind of know where to attack it at.
Especially if you're coming out of sugar huddle, they're gonna be as basic as they could get. They have no time to get the call in, adjust to a strength. They're not gonna have time to do anything, So especially the kids, they're not gonna. We a lot of times what we do, we'll come out of sugar huddle, we'll be unbalanced, a single wing, so we're loading up one side and I'm snapping to my best player, so my best athlete, So a lot of times they won't even have time to shift the unbalance when we break it fast. So we'll not only will we outnumber them, we'll out leverage them too. So for us, it's all about running where we have the number advantage, leverage advantage, or player advantage. Those are kind of the 3 things we base what we do on. But yeah, I like it a lot, and I definitely appreciate you coming on and talking about it. And
no problem, man. Anytime you need me, man.
Yeah, and if you got any, I'm gonna put all your info in the description on the bottom of this video, your Twitter. So and get you some followers, and definitely love to get you on here again soon, one of these days. Talk something else.
Just let me know. Just let me know when you need me to come on. My Twitter is _Ren5. _Ren5.
Have it up right now. Let me share the screen so they can see it.
And so you can follow me on Twitter.
Yeah, I got it up right now so they can see it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's again, I appreciate it, and we'll get you on here soon.